We're talking some NBA. This is Ralph Michaels for WagerTalk TV. This video sponsored by uwager.eu. A 50% sign-up bonus with the code WT50. Everyone at this table, every professional bettor will tell you the more outs you have, the more wins you'll have at the end of the year. It's a great avenue, having multiple sites in different locations. uwager.eu, 50% bonus, WT50. I'm joined in studio with Marco, DAngelo, Marco in Vegas, and Preston. Follow him at Sports Cheetah. We're talking the Lakers and the 76ers. Now, this video is on Sunday. The 76ers do play a couple nights before, and the Lakers off that Indiana game. You want to know why a team loses by 42 points in LeBron's first game back? Lakers shot 19% from 3 points. Indiana shot 56%. That'll give you a 42% margin. Marco, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going to pose a question to Preston because I know you are a big Laker fan. You've always been.
Yes.
How much do you think all of this trade talk is a distraction with the team? Because if you're anybody other than LeBron James, your name has come up almost in every scenario of who's going to get traded.
And in fact, at Indiana, they were chanting, LeBron is trading you. That was a chant in the stands for the Lakers game.
So, Brandon Ingram was at the free throw line, and one of those was, LeBron's going to trade you. And I think he actually made both free throws. But it's tough as a Lakers fan, honestly, just because it's a mess. And I think last night you kind of could see it coming. It is actually LeBron's second game back. He played that Clippers game at home, then he took a game off against Golden State.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then he returned. So they won that overtime game. He had to play 40 minutes against the Clippers. But then this one, I think you could tell, and they had that supposed fight with some of the veterans and Luke Walton in the locker room after the Golden State loss. Then all the trade rumors. Like you said, just about every name's been included in something. I'm not surprised to see what happened last night. And you saw when generally in that type of, situation, you're going to anticipate the defense. Like if you're talking about chemistry and just a lackluster effort, it's defensively, and they gave up, 136 points to a Pacers team that plays generally slow. They were shooting wide open threes and hit 56% or whatever Ralph mentioned. It's sad, but it's interesting because we had planned this video ahead anyways, when we saw that happen last night, and we saw the Sixers actually trade for Tobias Harris. So there's a lot going on here, looking ahead to a game that's on Sunday.
Marco, before I get to you, Preston, Brian, Marco, and I did a video on the Sixers and Denver, which was the game prior. And we talked about how a team has to adjust when they get a leading scorer from another team, now being part of the Sixers team. Any thoughts on that?
Tobias Harris is a perfect fit for not really need to adjust to what the Sixers do because he plays so well off the ball, catch and shoot stuff. He's in the 80th to 90th percentile from three for 4 straight seasons. He shot over 40% from three for 4 straight seasons. So he's going to fit right in. I think actually where I'm more curious and from an in-game betting standpoint, and Brown does a good job staggering a pretty weak bench anyways in Philadelphia, but it got weaker. Shamet has been playing fantastic. He maybe been their best bench piece. He went to the Clippers. Muscala, he was getting all of the big man minutes other than Embiid and Wilson Chandler, essentially. And so you bring in Boban and Mike Scott, but they're down to Korkmaz. You have hopefully TJ McConnell. He looks like the ball boy that goes in. TJ McConnell, he's played pretty well, but he's only going to do so much for you. And then I guess maybe Fultz, they're expecting to come back and play, but they lost a guard in the deal, and I don't think have as good of a bench when it's all said and done. So that's the thing I'm looking for most. I think Tobias Harris in that role as a starter will be fine. Maybe he'll get more run with the second unit as more of a go-to scorer guy as they try to balance some things. But ultimately, overall, assuming that Tobias Harris doesn't just walk as a free agent, I think it was a good deal, and they're going to be a better team for it.
You look at this one, and, for me, and again, we've got the trade deadline looming on Thursday to see what ends up happening, with the Lakers and who gets dealt if they make the deals or not. This is still, from a situational standpoint, it's going to be the Lakers' 5th road game on that 6-game road trip. I don't like them in this spot. I hate laying points with Philadelphia because too often, and we see it with this team, they've got some of the best talent in the NBA in this starting lineup. You put Embiid, Simmons, Butler whenever his head's screwed on straight. And this is a great offensive team, but too often they play up and down, and that's the immaturity of this team. They give up too many points at times, and they just, they're like a no-show. They can go into Golden State and win on one night, and then the very next game lose to Sacramento and never be in the ball game. But because it's LeBron, no matter who else the rest of the cast is, it's still going to be LeBron there. That's going to get these young guys fired up. I think the number's going to come out 9.5, 10. I have Philly winning the game by 12. So the question is, what does Vegas do based on the trades that or anything that happens? Do they move Philadelphia up with the trade they've already made and take my value away from the game? Or, you know, the Lakers, do they trade somebody away? And we don't know what they're going to do with the new number on the Lakers. But right now, with the teams the way they are, I have Philly by 12.
You talked about the inconsistency. 76ers 13-21 ATS off a straight-up win. So they haven't put those big, long win streaks together, both. So in studio today was Marco DAngelo, Brian Leonard, Preston the Sports Cheetah. Take any 7-day package from the four of us, or choose all four of us. Use the code WT69. You'll get a 7-day all-access package for just $69. And again, thank you to uwager.eu for sponsoring this video. Back at WagerTalk TV.
And we're clear.